Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
How do you get this?
It's tough because these
Did
are.
you call him?
I called Hodges. No, I'm kidding. No, I was looking at Max Preps.
Yeah. Well, you could have called me. I could have told you.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. We'll be fine. I just figured it'd be like helpful, especially for this game where I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of the backups.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is that we're live.
All right.
There
How we doing? Northwest Hills. Welcome to Bob Shelton Stadium in the heart of Hayes County for the 2024 matchup of the Ure Anderson Trojans versus the Kyle Lehman. What are they?
The Lobos.
The Lobos. They're not the Longview Lobos. They're the Lehman Lobos in what is our third district game, but our first. I mean, it's hard to say it, but this should be a eventful night for Anderson offensively and defensively, as I believe Lehman is winless on the year.
Yeah, 0-5, so obviously 0-3 in district, but yeah, this should be one Anderson should be licking their chops.
That's right, for sure. And tonight we, A-Train and I were talking earlier. The district goes this way. We've got 5 games, winnable, very, very, very winnable games that will clinch a playoff spot for the Trojans. This week against Lehman. Next week there'll be a challenge game against Hendrickson. So these next 5 weeks are going to be very exciting to see how our Trojans can do. There's been a lot of talk about the playoffs, and it would be good to get there starting tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think you look at the next 3 games as must win, and the next 5 if you want to make divisionals and make a run in the playoffs. So you put College Station and A&M in the rearview mirror, and you get things going right now. Put everything the past is the past, right?
That's
Especially
right.
the second half last week. We're gonna try our hardest to forget that one.
Everybody's forgot it. Coach Hatcher said he stayed up till 4 that night watching it, and then the next day watched it 3 times before moving on to Lehman.
Oh gosh.
So obviously trying to figure out kind of what went wrong, but on nights like that, it's sometimes everything goes wrong, and there's really not a lot that you can do about it. Obviously, we talked about how good the defense played in that first half, which it's getting to the point of the season where you want to put everything together: offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, the offense has come to play this year. 257 yards per game as a team, 41 points per game. So obviously we've seen the offense operate at a really high level. I think this is now where the defense needs to hone in and keep rocking. They've made improvements since last year as a unit, and I think now they need to really take that to the next level. So looking forward to seeing some of that tonight for sure.
Yeah, what have your thoughts about Max Gerlich, and specifically Gerlich and Small in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, they've been the 2 bright points. Gerlich is having one heck of a season. Obviously limited last year with the injuries. I believe there was a senior as well on the team that was playing as well. So
Brady Gippard.
This has really been a coming out party for him, and it's paying off. Now Ed Small, it's a 1-2 punch. Ed Small, obviously the TCU commit, also having a stellar season, has really done it all. Last game, we saw just about everything from him, offensively, defensively, quarterback, wide receiver. So he can do it all. The 2 of them together pose a really dynamic threat for any defense. Excited to see how they operate the rest of the year. I mean, their chemistry is only getting stronger. Also, if you think about it, the partnership between those 2 is only made more possible by the other weapons that they have offensively. Think Jay Fulmer, the sophomore, absolutely having a crazy year. I don't know if anyone has really expected that. I think he's the biggest surprise so far this year. But also Ben Hatcher at receiver, Dom Mays in the backfield.
Wade Lick,
of course. And Gerlich as well, doing it with his feet too. He's dual threat. I think you can consider him, and he'll probably continue doing that. So this year. So really excited by what we're seeing offensively for the team.
It's been great, and again some early struggles with the defense, junior-led defense, but it seemed like they kind of got their sea legs under them against Consolidated, especially in that first half with several key stops after a little bit of struggle against College Station. Some good things, but that up-paced offense by College Station posing some problems, but it looks like that defense is starting to come together, defensive backfield and everything.
Yeah, without a doubt. 15 sacks this year as a team. They're averaging almost 4 a game. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's really a stat to feel very accomplished about. But they're still averaging 26 points per game allowed,
yes.
Which is an improvement from last season. But still got to work on bringing that down, and I have a feeling that over the next couple of games they will.
Yes, for sure.
But that being said, I think it just leaves room for improvement, which is important as we're not even at the halfway point of the season yet. We're right up upon
nearing it,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah. So defensively, if they can come together as a unit, get some good games under their belt, by the time you get to teams like Weiss later in the season, can bring it all together, the offense and the defense in harmony, little special teams, Liam McMillan action.
Yep.
Flip the field. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, for sure. What we're waiting to see, and it's a good time. You never want to peak too early, but putting games together in all 3 phases is really what we're going for.
3 phases of the game.
It's key.
It's key.
Key, A-Train.
Now, what I didn't know, which I found out when I was doing some research, is we have a 3-star kicker. Is that correct? 3.5-star kickers. I don't know who's
Osbo.
Osbo.
I mean, he's getting the rankings. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen too much of him so
No.
far, but listen, I would love to see a little, let him stretch the field, kick some longer field goals, get those.
He went from, as a young man, he was played a little running back, but now solely focused on the kicker position, and we expect a lot out of him this year.
Yeah, I mean, that could really come in handy down the line. Obviously, Anderson's been rock solid on 3rd and 4th down this year, so we've seen a lot of opportunities where they've gone for it instead of electing to kick.
Yes.
But, having that in your back pocket, is a good feeling for any.
Pretty solid. I'll give you all a little tip as the Trojans come on. Heard some of the guys talking about, and we'll see it at halftime, how slow they can jog down the field. It's kind of become a tradition here as they kneel in prayer, getting ready for this big battle tonight. As always, shout out to the dads who bring that big Trojan shield.
They bring it everywhere.
Bring it everywhere. You could drive to College Station, Texas, and we're bringing the Trojan shield. So hopefully tonight we're going to see a lot of offensive fireworks. Hopefully a lot of guys seeing playing time, getting valuable playing time tonight. But it should be fun. It's always fun. Thursday night.
Thursday night lights.
What's your ACL schedule?
Yeah,
let's hear it.
It starts early tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't tell my boss, but we're gonna,
What time are you getting there?
We're gonna get there around 3:30, I think.
Okay.
But take a little bit of time off work in the afternoon. Get there. There's a DJ I want to see, Elderbrook.
Yeah, Elderbrook I'm very familiar with.
Yeah.
His work.
Yeah, it's great stuff. And then of course Chris Stapleton tomorrow night.
Stapleton tomorrow night. Yep.
Saturday, I mean, a little disappointed. Camp dropped out. Don't know if you saw that news.
Just terrible, terrifying news. Camp.
Terrible news, and it's the worst news really of the week so far for me. But also Saturday, and I don't want to try to upset the local crowd, but the Yankees do play for the Kansas City Royals. I'm not sure. It's a mix of Rangers and Astros fans in these parts?
Yeah, I believe it. I am a Rangers fan, and we are the reigning World Series champions, but the Astros are out already.
And I couldn't be happier, Wills.
Yeah, I'm gonna defer to the second half, but I am thrilled. Thrilled that they're out. Well, we're about 3 minutes away. I believe the national anthem will be played here. We'll see they're coming out as our captains coming out. Gage Webb, Colin Haynes, Liam McMillan, Max Gerlich, Jaden Evans, Tristan Wadelig, Zayden Sharp, and Ed Small behind them. The Trojans will be calling the toss. Let's see who gets to call it. All right, good, it's Gerlich. Afraid Gage would call something crazy. Sideways or landing on the edge. What do you think of the Trojans get up today?
Yeah, white top, black pants.
Yeah, different uni combo.
It's interesting. I like it.
We went blue pants against Elgin, and then we went all white against College Station. Black pants. I can't wait till we break out the gray tops.
Yeah,
kind of aggressive.
Haven't seen that yet. I like the all black versus McCallum Taco Shack.
Yep.
Bowl.
All right. Anderson looks to have won the toss, and they're going to receive. They're going to be moving left to right on our screen as we're almost set to play. I believe we still have the national anthem, and then we'll be ready to go from Buda, Kyle area of Texas. Camp fell out, which is, I don't know that we're going to be able to do this broadcast.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at your face walking in the door, I knew something was wrong.
Yeah, it was a little off. It was a little off because camp is out. Oh, boy. Did you not get weekend 2 passes because of Redwood? Where are you staying?
Thankfully, I have some buddies podcast tonight.
Good.
So, Reed, if you're listening.
Reed, thanks for hosting the A-Train next weekend. When are you leaving? Early Saturday?
I'm actually leaving on Friday.
Okay, I've done that.
Yeah.
Straight from the Anderson game and out.
Yes, sir.
It's a solid program. The 2:30 kick really helps.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh. There it is, Napoli. Coach Napoli, the assistant head coach for Anderson. No attention to detail over there. He's no stone left unturned. Wants the team to turn towards the color guard in the middle, but full rendition of the national anthem as we're preparing for kickoff here. Kind of a nice night. Still hadn't gotten cool, but the nights are sure better.
Yeah, it's getting there. You can tell. The nights, it at least relieves a little bit of that heat, so unlike the summer when it stays 90 basically.
Brutal.
24/7.
I remember 2 seasons ago, the first scrimmage Anderson had at House Park, they literally almost didn't do it, and it was like a 7 o'clock scrimmage because of the heat. Some of the teams were scrimmaging at 6 a.m. Just unbelievable.
Left rifle is Cadet Seaman Apprentice Nicholas Martinez, and right rifle is Cadet Master Chief.
Y'all ought to see the notes that my man A-Train has for this game. I mean, he's going to pull them out, but I mean, the guy went on a deep dive. Unbelievable. Vype.com doesn't pay him enough to be the best color man in all of football. Wonderful job.
Just trying to be my best at it.
Yeah, I agree.
Know? It's all about the fans.
It's unbelievable. Look at this. Quarterback Gunderson for Lehman has thrown 2 picks. His old friend, guy, you got it all. I mean, he probably knows who's dating the girl that's the libero on the Lehman volleyball team. This is incredible work.
Well, that note was actually about our old friend Cade Corcoran from College Station.
Exactly. God, Corcoran.
Yeah. He threw 3 touchdown passes, 222 yards against Lehman last week. So.
Yeah, they had a big win.
Now,
big win.
Now for Gerlich,
his record on the season is 7. I'm not sure if that might be his career lifetime single game record.
Yeah.
You know, it's an absurd amount of touchdowns. I would say tonight's a good night to break it. The only issue I think is going to be out there is that, you know,
He may not be out there, yeah.
Yeah, they might take a big lead and hand off the reins. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll be a good one. Good showing offense and defense.
Yes, it will. Zayden Sharp deep to receive. This kick from Lehman, and we're off. Little pooch kick, high. It's going to be gathered there by Ed Small. Shakes a little bit, moves upfield. He's going to be pushed out of bounds about the 38-yard line where the Trojans will take over on offense. Little more angle on that kick. Ed Small gets a window. We know he can be gone at a moment's notice.
And we know he can do it on all 3 phases.
Yeah,
so special
might
team.
as well return one.
Yeah, we haven't seen the special teams touch.
You know, as a freshman, he starts beautifully. Looks like a little offsides there on Lehman, but we're going to fire it over the middle. It's going to be in and out of the hands of Ed Small, but it's going to be a offsides on Lehman, kind of a free play there. I believe that's correct. Yeah, Jay Fulmer playing some running back, I believe a lot last year for the freshman team, but after his 7-on-7 performance, we thought we'd primarily see him as a receiver and shown the ability to run the football out of the backfield. All right, 1st and 10 Trojans. It's going to be a give to Fulmer, looking wide, good blocking by the Trojan front line. He's got room to work with, cuts back. He's going to have another first down on a 10-yard run by Fulmer.
Yeah, back-to-back, and I don't see why not. It's been chunk plays all year.
Yep. That running game for Anderson, the offensive line, you got to give them credit. They've been solid all year and some good runs. Trojans are running wide on their first 2 plays. Here's Gurley looking to throw. Got a man open, deep. Touchdown, Trojans. Ed Small.
Who else?
Tristan Wadelick, worst announcing in the history of the world. I'm sorry. Scott Wadelick, I apologize. That is a touchdown, Tristan Wadelick, the super senior, on a beautiful touch pass by Max Gurlick. Gurlick, we've been wanting it all year long, and we got a beautiful raindrop to Wadelick. Wadelick scoring last week, the first Trojan touchdown, and again tonight, touchdown Tristan.
And we missed him too in our offensive preview before the game. I mean,
You brought him up.
Yeah, he's been a huge part of this offense,
Huge.
and especially when they run 3 or 4 receivers out wide, he's been a huge part of that. And I mean, he had his man beat easy there, one-on-one down the left side. So
Absolutely. 3-year player on this Trojan varsity, Tristan Wadelick. Great catch too, boy. He had to catch up to that ball, caught it on his fingertips, and a touchdown, Trojans. So just like that, first series, Trojans up 7-0 very quickly over Lehman.
And one other thing from our little game preview, just before we see the Anderson defense. Now, middle linebacker Hodges Smith, we've seen him come close to a couple interceptions so far this year, but have not seen one yet.
We'd like to see it.
I think that one of my game predictions is tonight's the night.
Okay, I'd love it. Of course, McMillan with the interception last week. Labo had one, I believe it was against Elgin. We'll see if the Trojans do a little ball hawking tonight. There's Tristan's mom, Cindy Shafto, right there. Obviously very pleased with the touchdown. All right, here's Osbo to kick. Flips a high and short, and it's going to be bouncing around there before it's gathered. He's got that English. He's got my 52-degree wedge. Osbo, nicely done. I know they've worked very, very hard on this Trojan kick unit, getting him to place it just in the right spots, and he did there.
Yeah, we talked about it last game too, trying to corner the ball right at, around the 15 to 25-yard line, which he did there. And yeah, put it to 5 feet of the hole, so they're going to be putting for birdie.
Putting for birdie. All right, here's the Trojan defense out for the first time. Lehman out of the shotgun. It's going to be a give up the middle. Not a lot of room to work with there. Trojan defense. Max Middleton, your guy. Defensive end position on the stop.
Leading the team. 4.5 sacks, is that right?
It could be true. Could be accurate. Trojans, this game, I heard this a little sneaky. We're coming out in a little different look defensively. We've got a 4-3. So a lot of these defensive linemen in the game. All right, it's going to be a give. Quickly, oh, big hit there by the Trojan defense. That was Hodges Smith on the play, no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10. So this new 4-3 look by the Trojans has Hodges Smith in the middle, Gage Webb sliding to the outside, Liam McMillan staying in the outside, but the sophomore Zach Celiak, River Anderson at tackle now, the senior at the other tackle, and Middleton at the other defensive end. So kind of a new look. I think the Trojans want to have the opportunity to go to a 4-3 or 3-4 depending on scheme and personnel.
Yeah, and I think no better way to start it, test it out than against this opponent.
Right.
So
Trojans with a big sack, sophomore Zach Celiak taking him all the way down to the 10. Little pressure. One thing about coming out in a formation like that is Lehman has not practiced against that defense all week long. So an interesting new look and a great start. As good as the offensive start was for Anderson, the defense responds. It's going to be 4th and a mile for Lehman. Obviously on to punt now. Low punt, Ed Small under it, looking, slips right there, but a good job by Ed. He had one man, nice little move. I think he's going to have some more opportunities tonight on that punt return.
I have a feeling he will. As this game goes on, would love to see one. Would love to see one, just for the stat book.
Yes, for the stat book. We've got a touchdown pass, a pick six, multiple receiving touchdowns. We might want to get him on a run here. All right, 1st and 10 Trojans from the 38-yard line of Lehman. Gerlich on. Jay Fulmer will be beside him. Trips to the right. It's going to be a give to Jay Fulmer. A little room to work with. Good blocking. There's going to be a holding call on Anderson. That will bring them back. But good blocking initially. Maybe too good there. It's going to repeat 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 20 Trojans.
You know you're in the visitors' press box when you get the referees back.
Yeah, we did.
Towards you.
Yeah, we did. All right, 1st and 20 Anderson. 8:42 left in the first quarter. Trojans up 7-0. They jumped off sides. We're going to throw it long, and it's going to be, just over Ben Hatcher. He had 2 steps on, but that's the rule of thumb. Got a free play, chunk it deep.
Gotta go deep.
So it's going to be 5 yards and replay the down. God, I thought that was going to be 6 too.
Yeah, almost an identical play as well.
Yep. All right, here's Gerlich out of the shotgun. He's going to turn, fake it to Fulmer. Got Ed Small over the middle. Ed Small's got a little room to work, and he could go. He's going to break multiple tackles and go down. Fumbles the ball. And Lehman's going to pick it up around the 17-yard line. Ed trying to get a couple extra yards there, just got it punched out, and Lehman will take over at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, he made a really good move after making that catch to extend that play, but getting down towards the 20-yard line, just tried to get a little too cute there.
Yeah.
Lost the football, but defense will come back out now, get a big stop.
100%. right. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Lehman from their own 17-yard line. Man in motion. It's going to be give up the middle. Lots of Trojans right there in there. And a big stop there by the Trojan defense, I believe. The Riv was in there. Liam McMillan in there. Riv moving over from defensive end to defensive tackle. Obviously can play both. Big, strong cat, power lifter. His dad, not much of a physical specimen, if you know what I mean. Good stop there, no gain. 2nd and 10. Lehman from the 17-yard line. Out of the gun, looking, going to throw back across his body. It's going to be complete. Grayson Lake with tight coverage, but a completion to the weak side of the field, but it's going to set up 3rd and 2 Lehman. Winicki, the quarterback for Lehman. Winicki's going to be out of the shotgun. It's going to be 3rd and 2 Lehman. Man in motion. Trojans get back, but a flag. Whistles, stoppage of play. Helmet comes off. McMillan. We'll see what the call is. Gage Webb was in the zone, but they didn't snap the ball. We'll see if he drew somebody, or it's going to be encroachment on Anderson. False start, so he did draw him offside. Senior play by Gage Webb right there, getting him offside, so it's going to be a little more difficult 3rd and 7.
Yeah, definitely not going to make anything easier for him. And the penalties, I mean, they were certainly an issue last week. They've been an issue all season. I think it's a good time to try to hone in and, work on fixing those mental errors.
Absolutely. And, if you're a defensive player and you jump like that and get back and the penalty's on them, you feel like you kind of got away with it. All right, Galicki turns. He's going to keep it himself, looking to throw, nowhere to go. Slings it out into no man's land. And pressure by the right side, the Riv and Zach Celiak. It's going to be 4th and 7. Lehman on to punt. Let's see if Ed makes up for it right here.
Yeah, I think he wants to, too.
There is a flag. And did they call intentional grounding?
That's what I thought.
I believe they did.
And I was thinking they might, too.
And the pass, he was not out of the pocket, I think, and it did not reach the line of scrimmage either way. So it is going to push them back even further. Give me a line drive punt to Ed and let him dance in the end zone.
Yeah, the key to this kick return is going to be hang time.
Right.
The last one was hit a bit on the line as well, so if you get some good blocking here, make something happen.
Punt return is on. Line drive, Ed's going to fair catch it right there at the 31-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Trojans from the 31 of Lehman. So another good defensive stop by the Trojan defense. I'll take 4th and 20 every time.
Absolutely. Yeah, they were backed up all the way to their own end zone. Haven't really seen much action past the 30-yard line, so expect them to keep it somewhat like that.
Yes. All right, here's Gerlich. 3rd series for Anderson. Has been able to move the ball effortlessly through this Lehman Lobo defense. Here's Gerlich. Gonna hand off. Jay Fulmer got a little room to work. Cuts upfield, gets about 7-8 yards. Nice little run by Jay.
Yeah, he's averaging 6 yards a carry.
I've been the Ribs' father has challenged me to a physical challenge. Typical McCallum Knight behavior there. Okay, we're going to be 2nd and 3. Give to Fulmer. Breaks it outside, but a nice tackle coming up from the safety position for Lehman. It's going to be a gain of about a yard, setting up 3rd and 2 for Anderson. All right, 3rd and 2. Gerlich looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Ed Small, and it is a touchdown, Trojans. Got a little early Trojo going on, A-Train.
Some Trojo, and Ed Small gets to make up for that fumble just a drive earlier, and I think he's going to be pretty stoked about that one.
All right, little swinging gate on the conversion here. We hadn't seen this since early in the year. It's going to be a snap to Jaden Evans. Oh, my gosh, and he threw it, and Ed Small dove and caught it. It's going to be a 2-point conversion. I don't know that it was on my bingo card that the center, Jaden Evans, would catch it and throw a 2-point conversion to Ed Small.
No, but somehow I'm going to have to fit that into the stat sheet.
You got to.
So
Unbelievable.
they're giving me challenges already. Love it.
All right, Trojans with a quick 15-0 lead. And while we're at it, I got yelled at today wanting to get in-game mentions of our Blue Gold golf tournament. And I'm going to quickly run through a few of these. Covert Chevy Bastrop, Jay Weintraub, Anderson graduate, heads it up out there. Prosperity Roof, Hunter Malloy, Anderson graduate, former player. Who knows what he played, left out. Does roofs, gutters, sliding and painting, Prosperity Roof. Denunzi Constructors, former player Ryan Denunzi, family. Support this Anderson program. Okay, we'll continue. Here is Ryan Osbo to kick. High kick, a little deeper this time. It's going to be gathered about the 16-yard line. Trojans. There's going to be a flag. Trojans going to have him wrapped up about the 35-yard line. A little extracurricular going on over there. Early flag. We'll see what that's on. Dean Krennick down there.
Yeah, he got tangled up with 22, Mark Trevino.
Yeah, and I think Trevino either grabbed him by the face mask or held early. Because Dean, one of our best athletes and best special teams player, yeah, it said he pulled him down. And then a good no call on the extracurriculars. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Lehman from their own 20-yard line. Trojans with a 15-0 lead, 5:13 left in the first quarter. Winicki, quarterback for Lehman. Thanks to A-Train for the heady research job. All right, Winicki out of the pistol, looking to throw. He's going to throw it. Got a man downfield, open, breaking, tackles before he's gathered down there by Colin Haynes, but a big gain by the Lehman offense. Good throw by Winicki.
We've seen the Anderson defense susceptible to some of these big plays.
Yep.
We saw it last week as well. And even teams with less high-powered offenses, they could still get you on those. So
it's going to be 1st and 10 Lehman from the 47-yard line of Anderson. Here, okay, whistles. It's going to be a timeout, Lehman. Just got a feedback from a passionate viewer that was not from the pistol formation. When the back is behind this quarterback and you're still out of the quasi-shotgun, that is the pistol formation. A-Train, I mean, is that in New York, was that not the pistol?
In New York, the official ruling is that the quarterback's not quite going to be in the shotgun
Yeah, right.
behind the
He's a
center.
little right.
But the running back is going to be about 2 or 3 yards behind the quarterback.
Right, and that is it. That's what we saw. That was the pistol. Is that
Right.
correct?
Textbook pistol.
Textbook pistol. All right.
Every great broadcast is going to have its
Yeah,
haters.
absolutely. I like to point it out. I mean, if there's constructive criticism out there, let her rip. But we're going to defend ourselves from the booth at Bob Shelton Stadium. All right, here we go. In the pistol again.
How about that?
Winicki. Gage Webb bringing pressure from the outside. Winicki rolls, got a little room to work with. The Riv, though, is I'm going to give him the sack on that because it's either a loss or right at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by River Anderson there. It's going to be 2nd and 10 or 11. Good. But always when you see that, it's a combination of good pressure from the front line and good back deep coverage.
Right, yeah. Quarterback scrambling there. Nothing doing downfield.
All right, here's Winicki out of the shotgun. Trips to the near side. He's going to roll right, try to throw back over the middle. Ball up in the air. He got absolutely obliterated by Hodges Smith. Good coverage there by Colin Haynes. An incomplete 3rd and 10 for Lehman.
Yeah, and great pressure there. I think that was, who was that? Zach Cieslak that came up the middle, forced that ball out early, and Hodges Smith just laid the boom.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Trojan defense. All right, 2 backs flanking Winicki, man in motion. He's going to turn, hand it off, and Liam McMillan said, "No, I don't think so. Not tonight, my friend."
Yeah, came off the edge completely unblocked. If you don't put a man on that guy, it's always going to end something like that. So
Yeah. Credit Coach Holcomb there with the blitz from outside linebacker Liam McMillan and a huge stop. About a 7-yard loss there, and it's going to be 4th and about 17. Punt unit in for Lehman. Trojans bringing a little pressure. Nice punt, high and deep. Ed Small getting out of the way. But it's going to be down about the 25 where the Trojans will take over on offense. So after a large completion by Lehman, Trojan defense stiffening and getting the stop there.
that bend but don't break mentality.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before.
That's right. And it seems like they've done a good job, too, tonight of bringing pressure. That 4-3 really looking like it's paying off. And, a nice job there. Coach Holcomb giving Colin Haynes a big pat there for his good defensive coverage on that little screen pass.
Yeah, I think the key is they're making Winicki uncomfortable in the pocket.
Winicki.
Winicki.
Well,
Listen,
I'm going Winicki.
Winicki. I mean, there's a million. Gunner. We could go with the first.
We could go Gunner.
Gunner and Cade. That are two first name guys, but.
All right, Wadelick in motion. Gerlich out of the shotgun. Snap. He's going to give it straight out of the middle. And a nice gain there for the Trojans. We'll see who it was. Dom Mays now into the game for the first time. Dom so quickly through those holes.
Yeah, he's also averaging 6 yards a carry. Same with Jay Fulmer, so an interesting duo there.
Looking deep and small, baby. Let's go! Trojo, touchdown Trojans. Ed Small on the bomb. Look who's got some touch tonight. Max Gerlich to Ed Small. Touchdown Trojans. Absolutely beautiful pass. Ed just went from maybe fourth gear to fifth gear. Brought it in straight down the end zone for a touchdown.
And you can just tell that's something they work on in practice all the time.
Absolutely. Really good sign, Gerlich being on those deep passes, because we know we've begged for it all year. Ed going deep, Tristan going deep. We haven't even seen Zayden Sharp going deep. But locking that in now is huge.
It is. It is. And, yeah, honestly, not even enough time on offense to really talk about these guys in full. They just keep on scoring quick.
That's right.
Not a bad problem to have.
No, it's a lot of fun. 22-0 Trojans, 2:16 left in the first quarter. We'll get another look at the Trojan defense. What are your first impressions of Bob's Shelton Stadium?
I mean,
Maximus, our cameraman, loves it.
yeah, I think I'm with Maximus. I mean, we've got our own room here, very
Yeah,
spacious.
comfortable. We got the coaches next to us, our coaches.
For
Coach
once.
Napoli screaming at people, loving it. He's got family in St. Louis, big fans of the program. A-Train.
Awesome. Great to
Mike,
have supporters
yeah,
everywhere.
Mike Sharp over there, looking like everybody's All-American. Shane Flores, King of Pop Warner down there. So we got the crew next to us. Obviously, the Bob Shelton Stadium is former defensive coordinator Maldi, Coach Maldonado, once in the middle of the game sprinted up the stands, got in the booth, and was yelling so loud it made the broadcast fantastic against Buda Johnson. All right, here's Osbo. A little shorter kick this time. It's going to be caught, and a nice almost carry. Another flag down. Kind of breaks it outside. Zach Celiak's going to make the tackle, but again, another flag on that right side. It could have been the guy on Krennic again.
Yeah, those two have been going at it. It's the same little duel going on.
That is. You know, Dean Krennic, fun fact, I believe when he was in 6th grade, and I'm not joking, could be in the Murchison Middle School cafeteria and do a backflip. Coach Bo's like, "Do you play football?" He played Pop Warner for years, he said. "Absolutely, Coach." And Coach Bo was like, "Good." He's a great athlete, Dean Krennic.
Yeah, backflip was one of those things I could just never.
No, never really tried it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's not too late.
No, we still got it.
You got a trampoline at home, Wheels?
We did for a long time. Thankfully, that's been put to pasture. Kind of a waste of space after a while. Kids kind of care less. All right, we'll see what this flag is. Little shop block, block below the waist. It's going to set them back down in their own 26-yard line, it looks like. Now, I think the Trojans defensively are now flipped back to their familiar 3-4 again, 22-0. I think Coach Holcomb's going to experiment, get different looks, see what works, see what they like.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, we're not even done with the first quarter. It's 22-0, so might as well pull some tricks out of the bag, see what sticks. Darts on the dartboard is what I like to say.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it is. All right. It's going to be 1st and 10 Lehman from their own 16-yard line. Gunnar Winicki at QB. He's going to be looking to throw, rolls right, still looking, fires back over the middle. He's going to be wrapped up by Liam McMillan. A short gain there. Gain of about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for Lehman.
Yeah, again, not a ton open downfield. And McMillan just kind of came in. That receiver was that last option there for the QB, but McMillan came in and made a nice tackle.
All right, 2nd and 7, Lehman. In the pistol formation. Gunnar Winicki takes, turns, hands off. Not a lot of room to work with. He's going to be brought down hard by Hodges Smith. Gage Webb turned it inside. Hodges Smith cleaned it up. Again, when they flip to that 3-4, Webb comes back, plays alongside Smith. Pierce Miller, Mr. Clean, comes in.
You know what I have written down here, Wheels? I have those two middle linebackers, Smith and Webb. Thunder Ridge.
Thunder Ridge, I love it. A little bit of Thunder Ridge.
Back at Wisconsin, they called
Thunder Ridge, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Thunder Ridge that's your old ski, John.
Little ski mountain, yeah.
All right.
Mountain is a stretch, but
3rd and 7, Thunder Ridge coming. They're both coming. Oh, he's going to be wrapped up there by the Riv. Big pressure by the Trojans. And it's got to be a holding, too.
yeah. I think they're going to probably decline this one.
You called it. You had a Thunder Ridge double blitz from your inside linebacking duo.
I love it.
Heavy pressure. River Anderson cleaning up that sack there. Going to be a hold, but it's going to be declined in another 4th and long. 4th and 14 for Lehman. All right, Ed Small back to receive this punt. A couple good punts by Lehman. They're going to let this clock wind. I believe it'll wind out and take it to the 2nd quarter. They will. So that is it for the 1st quarter. Trojans in the lead, in control of this game, 22-0. And we'll continue with some of the in-game mentions. CSW development. Thank you to Kevin Hunter. Got a freshman down at Anderson. Phi game with me at the University of Texas. Kevin Hunter, CSW Development. Discount Fence USA, all types of fencing in Austin and San Antonio. Total Home Technology, which is Austin's premier destination for cutting-edge home automation and theater system. Next door to us in the booth is the owner of Total Home Technology, Shane Flores, one of the greats. Legacy Turf and Greens, Eddie Joseph, currently going to Idaho to hunt some sort of wild animal. Again, Trojan legend. Both his sons played at Anderson and always wore number 20. Ben Hatcher stole it from the Joseph family, but we appreciate Eddie. Hopefully he'll cut me a deal on a backyard putting remodel. The Diamond Room, which is so much more than a retail experience. Buying a diamond is special. What do you think of that?
I think we talked about
We
this
talked
one
about the
before.
Diamond Room.
Yeah.
That's you, A-Train.
I know. I owe
We're
him a
gonna send
visit.
you.
I owe him a
Okay,
visit.
after you meet that young lady at ACL,
Right.
we'll be looking at the Diamond Room.
Yeah.
And then Tony C's Pizza, neighborhood pizza joint, award-winning New York style pizza.
I can be the judge of that. We'll come
Yeah.
back with a little review next game.
Absolutely.
Wheels loves it apparently. So.
Big fan, big fan. All right, high punt, Ed Small under it. Pump fakes the fair catch. And it's going to be all the way down to the 44.5 of Anderson. All right, here comes the Trojan offense. Pretty deadly all night, moving at will, mixing up the run and the pass, a couple deep shots over the top. Been an exciting run for the Anderson offense.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they could run with that deep ball all night. Clearly they have the speed advantage in that receiver core. So I think, it would be nice to kind of see them mix and match a little bit, try out some things they haven't tested yet this year. But again, it's only 22, so, still lots of game to play.
Lots of game to play. All right, kind of a bunch formation for the Trojans. Zayden Sharp in motion. Early whistles. Timeout. Lehman. Looks like that one of those personnel timeouts.
That's their second of the half, I believe.
They're only going to have one left. All right, so the Trojans will talk about it. Coach Counter, the offensive coordinator. Going to make sure we're sharp on this play as we come out of the break. 11:45 left in the 2nd quarter. The Diamond Room. There it is. Tony C's, you got that next week to look forward to.
Can't wait.
Incredible. All our fun sponsors. For the blue gold. Why didn't Freitag Flores mention blue gold golf tournament? Dave Rothwell special. See if we can get him back, kind of head of the golf tournament emeritus, but Chad Freitag generously taking that over. Freitag's florist. Buy you a mum or some sort of corsage for homecoming. Okay, here we go. Here are the Trojans out of the bunch. Going to be a handoff.
It's another free play.
Yeah, Jay Fulmer, plenty of room. He's going to be bounced out of bounds after gaining about 8. What do you do here if you're the coach? You take the down? I mean, you got an 8-yard gain. Let's see what Coach Hatcher does.
Yeah, I mean, I think he probably...
Yeah, he's going to decline it.
Yeah.
Moving at will, it's going to be second down. And looks like about 3.
Fulmer does such a great job getting the edge so
Yep.
quickly. He's so hard to stop.
Yeah, it is. All right, little reverse. Got Zayden Sharp. All kinds of room. Good block there by Ed Small. Look at it. Golly, Zayden Sharp shot out of a cannon. Touchdown, Trojans. Excellent, excellent downfield blocking, Ed Small. Excellent downfield blocking, Tristan Wadelick. Really earning their paycheck there tonight. Zayden Sharp, you saw it. World-class speed down the sideline. There's a reason he's going to be an Air Force Falcon next year. What a run.
Yeah, speed kills, and that's what Zayden Sharp brings to the table. I mean, we talked about it with Jay Fulmer, but next play, of course, off the side, there was no stopping him. Great blocking, as you mentioned.
Yeah, great blocking out there.
Such a great, tangible skill from those receivers.
Yeah, and a good job, too. It's very hard not to hold out there in the open field. Both of them with clean blocks and a extra point by Ryan Osbo, 3.5-star recruit.
That's right. That's my guy. Cole's kicking camp.
Cole's kicking camp. Look at that research. All right, Trojans 29, Lehman 0, 11:07 left in the second by this Trojan offense. Clicking on all cylinders. And we're going to get another look at the Trojan defense here. But a good start nonetheless.
Good start. Need to see that Hodges-Smith interception.
No, we need it. We need it. We need just kind of a weak toss over the middle where the momentum's going to get the pick 6, not to get greedy on it. All right, here we get Osbo again, see if he can put a little English on it. He's kicked it medium, little deep, and that last one was a little short, so we'll see where he puts this. I'm betting he's going to go down to the near side 30 because Krennic is over on our side.
Are we going to see some action between
I think so.
Krennic and Trevino?
Yeah, that's right. All right, here we go. Coming to that side, little deep kick down about the 8-yard line. Oh, what a play down there. Unbelievable. What a tackle, open field special teams tackle. That's our guy, Rowan Erickson. Been making open field tackles all night. The safety, Rowan Erickson, gets down there quick. By the way, I watched Krennic, is why the announcing was so bad there. They had 2 guys blocking him. Surely they did. I mean, he's been really our best special teams, aside, apologies to Tate Haynes, who's been unbelievable. But Dean always in the mix there, and you wonder if there are 2 guys on him for a reason.
It's so interesting. I mean, we saw 2 guys guarding Ed Small.
Yep.
When Anderson was on offense, but special teams, man.
Matters. All right. Gunnar Winicki out of the shotgun. Looking to throw, got all kinds of pressure. He's going to break outside. He's going to have a couple of yards before he's pushed out of bounds there by Pierce Miller. It's going to be 2nd and about 5. 2nd and 6, rather. Good pressure again by that Trojan front. Calvin Ballinger back, banged up a little last week. Back in action tonight. River Anderson now sliding back out to end. Sloan Keller in at the nose in the 3-4 of Anderson. All right, 2nd and 6, long 6 for Lehman. Looking to throw. He's going to Tuck it up, run, got a man over the middle. It's going to be caught before he's brought down by Colin Haynes.
Yeah, it was pretty good coverage. Just enough time for that play to develop and for that guy to get open.
And it looked like he was about to run, and we had all kinds of Trojans bearing down, ready to lower the boom, and he kind of shades of our man from McCallum there, Luke Dunham. Little nightmare. Little nightmare. All right. From the pistol, Gage Webb going to bring pressure from the outside. He's going to roll. Winicki. He's going to be knocked out of bounds there by Calvin Ballinger. A sack by that Trojan front side. So great containment there by the Trojan defense. It's going to be a loss of about 4 yards.
Yeah, we've been talking a bunch about this D-line. One thing that really stands out to me is A, the depth they have there,
Yeah,
and B,
it's ridiculous.
It's a young D-line. I mean, Ballinger Jr., Middleton Jr., Cecilic a sophomore.
Yep.
River Anderson Jr. I mean, this is
aside from Sloan. Sloan's about the only senior on that D-line.
right. So this is a unit that's getting better as they go, and they've really come together so far.
All right. 2nd and 14. Looking, all kinds of pressure, evades the pressure. He's going to flare it out there, and it's going to be a flag on Labo. Hit the receiver a little quick there, and it's going to be either a defensive hold or interference, I believe.
It's tough when you've got that play developing on the offense side of the sideline, the Lehman sideline, because they're begging the referee for the flag.
Yeah, it was almost like Labo thought he was running, and they started to block him. And for all I know, the kid probably did. But ball went in the air, and obviously with hands on the receiver, it's going to be a spot foul interference every time. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Lehman from the Anderson 46-yard line. All right, out of the shotgun. Winiak rolling right, looking, flares it too high with good coverage there by McMillan. Gets shoved in the mouth, does not like it. I've seen that hands up move from McMillan since he was about 5 years old playing soccer. If it is not a call he doesn't get, we get double hands up from number 5, Liam McMillan.
Can't really blame him. I mean, I was one of those guys too. So.
You're a hands up guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Always want the call going your way.
I gotta admit, I'm a fan of the swag, the towel, and I realize Hodges Smith has the back towel too, in case their hands get sweaty. All right, 2nd and 10, Lehman. Winicki, little shovel pass, guys all over him. He's going to be brought down there by Max Middleton. Liam McMillan turned it in. Instant pressure. Hodges Smith there, but Middleton with another tackle behind the line. Going to be 3rd and 14. So a nice job by the Trojan defense pushing them back.
Yeah, really great pressure there. McMillan, as you mentioned, and Max Middleton making a great play.
All right, 3rd and 14 for Lehman in the pistol. Pressure, all kinds of pressure from the Trojan defense. He's going to flare it out there, got a man. He's going to be brought down right there, but the Trojans brought all kinds of pressure. It's going to set up a 4th and about 8. Thunder Ridge twisted there with Webb and Smith twisting in a blitz, putting all kinds of pressure on Winicki. All right, 4th down. Lehman to go for it out of the pistol. Oh, he jumped. He jumped.
It's killer.
Yeah, that's Lehman trying to do a hard count. Trojans weren't biting, but the Lehman receiver number 2 was. It's going to be a legal procedure, and knock him back 5 yards, and the punting unit will come out.
Following the penalty, the flag is scrimmage now the 38 yard line.
All right, 4th and about 12 for Lehman, right around midfield. Punt unit out, Trojans in punt safe. Man in motion. Little high punt down around the 18-yard line. So a nice job by the Lehman punter. Kicks it away from Zayden Sharp and out of bounds around the 18-yard line. So good stop.
Yeah, great stop. I mean, they've been rock solid on 3rd down today. My notes have 5 for 5 on 3rd downs defensively. So
Really the only criticism would be they've had 2 moderately long completions kind of over the middle. So that's what you're going to be looking at, I think, if you're the Trojan defense. Let's shore that up.
right, yeah, it's come on those plays where the play is slowly developing and bringing pressure.
Dom Mays up the middle, not a lot of room to work with. That's about the best defensive stop we've seen Lehman tonight.
But ultimately, you know, it's a good problem to have. I think the most important thing is the D lines look really strong tonight.
Yeah, really strong.
Especially coming out of the second half last week.
All right, whistles. 3rd timeout. There it is. You wanted it, burned it. 3rd timeout. So Lehman will be out of timeouts for the rest of the half.
And I will, if there's a time management thing coming up that turns into that,
You watch it. They blew it there.
Yeah, I'm all over it.
All right, Trojans up 29-0. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Trojans on offense, 2nd and 8. Lehman has burned all their timeouts in the first half. Guys, so you're driving. Where do we play next Friday?
House Park.
Okay.
House Park, yeah.
All right, so you're going. Are you packing a bag, or are you going to go back to the house?
Still figuring that out.
Single man.
I'm bringing the roommates up with me too.
Okay. Wow. Do they want to sit in the booth, House Park booth?
Yeah.
Everybody.
The thing is, Max has done such a great job on camera, so there's no jobs for them up in the press box.
Got it.
Maybe they'll enjoy a Diet Coke or something.
They could. That's kind of a BYODC.
Right.
All right, here we go. Here's Gerlich. Power formation, looking, got a man open, wide open. Oh boy, Tristan Wadelick had room to score. Boy, Gerlich's pass is so beautiful too.
Yeah, perfect arc.
Just turns over. All right, going to be 3rd and 8 for the Trojan offense. Fake, looking, wide. Oh, he had Sharp. He's going to do it. Throws way deep to Zayden Sharp. Caught it all the way down to the to the Lehman 35-yard line.
I'm doing the math here. About a 50-yard pitch and catch there from Gerlich.
Yeah, Zayden Sharp is wide open. A little bit of pressure, moved Max to the right, and he went ahead and just chunked it deep.
We saw him come open here on the near side and wondering if he was going to use his legs. Probably would have gotten the first down either way, but good decision there, an extra 35-yard pickup there.
Pretty good 3rd and 8 play there, but it's going to be 1st and 10 Trojans from the 35-yard line of Lehman.
Looks like Anderson's using the timeout. I mean, we know it can't be Lehman, so.
Yeah, correct. Good call. Yeah, it's gonna be 1st and 10 Trojans. It's kind of funny why they called timeout there. I didn't see. It was pretty early. It wasn't like it was a personnel deal. Coach Napoli's really, I'd love to hear the fodder for it, but the ref having a discussion with the Anderson team, talking to offensive line coach. All right. It's going to be first and 10 Trojans from the 35-yard line. Turn, little flare. Ed Small's got it. Tough run there. He's going to have a first down. Good ball protection by Ed. Gerlich, handoff, Dom Mays, a lot of room to work straight out of the gate. Another first down, 10-yard pickup by the Trojans. Trojans moving steadily down the field. 7:22. Gerlich fakes to Dom Mays, got Ed Small double coverage. Still knifes down to the 2-yard line. Close to another Trojan first down.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it by the scoreline, but first trip to the red zone tonight for Anderson.
That's crazy. Or second in about a foot for the Trojans. Gerlich looking, flares it. Oh my gosh, Tristan Wadlick. What a catch. Unbelievable Trojo, Tristan. Touchdown, Trojans. Back shoulder fade. Diving catch, Tristan Wadlick. Trojans touchdown, 35-0. Pending Ryan Otsbo's extra point.
We've talked about this receiver core a lot, but just the skill on some of these catches.
It's incredible.
Really, yeah. Makes you feel like you're watching a different level.
Yeah, it does. All right, Osbo's kick's good. Trojans will take the lead, 36-0. 6:46 left. Really, we got to get Ben Hatcher a touchdown. We've got Zayden's got one. Tristan's got two. Ed's got two or one.
He's got two.
We got to get Ben. We got to get Hatcher a touchdown.
Hatcher needs one. Maybe one of the RBs as well.
Yeah, I'd like Fulmer in there. Dom. All right, Trojans in control of this in the first half, up 36-0 over Lehman. 6:46 left in the second quarter. Osbo to kick. Again, these are the games you can work on things.
Right.
Work on your kickoffs. Work on all facets of special teams. Only thing we may not get to see enough of is the punt unit. All right, nice kick by Ryan down to the 13-yard line. There's our guy all the way down there. Dean Krennick's going to make the tackle. And a nice job down there by the Trojan kick coverage unit.
I think defensively as well. Time to, work on some things. Maybe wanted to try out. Got a couple chances during practice. Want to test it out in a real game situation. Yeah. I mean, we saw that you mentioned Thunder Ridge with a little mix-up on the blitz last drive.
Well, it looks like we now have Alex Agorian at safety. They've mixed it up a little bit to have, they've gone back to a 4-3. All right, little flare in the backfield. Liam McMillan's going to be all over him. It's going to be another loss by McMillan.
And these are the same screens that have really killed this Anderson defense.
They have. Yeah, they have.
But not letting him fool him tonight.
Nope. Willie Atkins in the game at the end. All right, here is 2nd and 15. Out of the pistol. Winiak. Looking, still looking, still looking. It loses the ball. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Big sneeze next door to us. I don't know who that was. Certainly loud. They're going to call that a fumble. It's going to be bounced out of bounds. 3rd and 15.
Trying to keep this clean sheet on 3rd downs defensively.
Clock moving, 5:11, 5:10 in the 2nd quarter. Trojans up 36-0 over Lehman. All right, Lehman out of the pistol. Trojans looking to bring out all kinds of pressure, and they are. All kinds of pressure. Oh, he's going to be sacked back there. Liam McMillan. Who else was in there?
Looked like Rowan Erickson, possibly. It's far away. Need the binoculars.
I know. You're a younger man. Is that? It could be Mr. Clean, Pierce Miller.
Could be.
I think it was both our outside linebackers, McMillan and Pierce Miller on that big sack all the way down to the 3-yard line. All right. Trojans bringing pressure on the punt. There's going to be a flag, hopefully a running into the kicker. We'll see what the ultimate call is. And a nice punt. It is going to be running into the kicker. They're asking if Lehman wants the yards in a re-kick or to take it right there. I would assume they're going to take it right there at the 41.
Yeah, you don't want to be kicking, out of your end zone.
No, you don't want to have to do that again. Trojans almost got in there. And a pretty good punt to say,
It's been the one bright spot, I would say, for
absolutely. Nice little 40-yarder. All right, Anderson's going to set up shop at the 41. We'll see if there's any offensive substitutions. We saw a handful there on defense. Still going to be Gerlich, that first unit. Trojans up 36-0. Going to be give up the middle. Fulmer's going to have about 4 yards. Going to be 2nd and 6. Gerlich out of the shotgun. Looking. Got all kinds of time. He's going to wing it deep to Wadelick. Touchdown, Trojans! Trojo, Tristan Wadelick tonight. Big night. 3 touchdown catches. Unbelievable. What a dime by Max Gerlich, hitting Wadelick in perfect stride. They can't cover him.
Yeah, sort of like a tic-tac-toe when you're about to lose and you gotta pick one square or the other. The safety was either gonna pick up Hatcher or Wadelick. Chose Hatcher, and Wadelick was wide open.
Wide open. All right, Ryan's kick is up and it is good. Trojans lead 43-0 with 3:29 left in the first half. Yeah, it's good to see all our weapons firing tonight. Obviously, there's almost no containment no matter what you do for Ed Small, but it's good to see all our receivers on the receiving end of touchdowns and catches moving at an incredible clip tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this only validates what we've seen all season, which is that this is a efficient, high-powered offense, and if you're not bringing your best game defensively, they are going to let you know.
Very much so.
And it makes me think even further that last week they brought in that Alabama D-line and dressed them in some man and consolidated.
Seriously. Well, you know, I've talked to a bunch of people. They've got 2 D1 recruits, official, that are really incredible. All right, here is Osbo's little shorter kick. Going to be a little throwback coming all the way across the field. Got plenty of room to work with. Osbo's going to bounce him out of bounds. There's going to be a flag way back, probably a crackback or some sort of hold.
And that's where Osbo earns that half star.
Yeah,
after
absolutely.
The 3.
Absolutely. Yeah, Tate Haynes cut the angle underneath Alan Sue, the dude down there, and a flag right around where both those guys were. Well, it looks like they picked up the flag, and it will be a return on the throwback off the kickoff.
I don't even think it's necessarily the worst thing for this defense to get
No.
some reps on the plus side of the field.
And they're coming back in the 3-4.
First down and 10. Warriors.
All right. Out of the shotgun. Looking. Winecki looking. He's going to be brought down by Sloan Keller, and his helmet's going to rip off. So an unbelievable sack there by the senior Sloan Keller.
First of the season for Sloan.
Moving with authority. You're going to have to pull the QB for the helmet pop. Winecki going to pop out of the game.
Who are we going to see?
Cotton Gunderson, the sophomore. I don't know that he wants any bit of this Trojan defense. All right. Second and a bunch for Lehman. Rolling right, he's going to run it. Got a little room. Going to be pushed out of bounds after a very, very short gain.
That was Nayan Guzman, the sophomore. Number 0, wearing 0. It looks like we're going to get... What are we going with now?
Winecki. Gunnar Winecki, the junior. Back in at this 3rd and 23 for Lehman. Winecki looking. Cuts back. Nice little run there, but he's going to be out of bounds after another short gain. It's going to be 4th and 14.
Figure they're going to keep the offense on the field here.
Yeah, it's just so long to get a first down. Now here comes the punt unit. Ben Hatcher now back to receive this punt. So 4th down and 23 for Lehman. Punting unit on. Line drive punt. Get out of the way. They are, and it's going to be down to about the 27-yard line.
They gotta keep Gage Webb out of trouble there.
Gage Webb totally on top of number 12. going to be 1st and 10, Anderson from the 28-yard line. Your own. 1:52 left in the first half. Do you think Anderson gets half 100 in the first half?
I think it's very possible. I'm expecting them to run it a little bit more on this drive, but I mean, between Fulmer and Mays, and you know what? They're going to go straight to the pass.
All right, flares it out there. Got Ben Hatcher. Going to have about 4 yards. Even those short passes picking up yards. Hatcher's first catch of the game. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Gerlich. Looking. Flyers it. Great pass.
Nice
Better
catch.
Ben Hatcher showing a little Trojo, and they're going to... Are you kidding me? Holy... I mean, terrible. That was a college Division I catch. And that is horrible. And the line judge called him out. All right, 3rd and 6. Gerlich looking. Moves up in the pocket. Fires it. Got Ben Hatcher sprinting down the sidelines. Ben Hatcher still on his feet. Ben Hatcher, what a yard after catch. That was an incredible job by Gerlich extending the play. Hatcher broke off his route a little bit, caught that dart and went.
Yeah, a little bit of magic there, escaping out of the pocket, and then Hatcher gets his moment back. A little ball don't lie action.
Yeah, 100%. There you go. That's what the kids say. All right, Dom Mays in motion. Flares a screen back. Zayden Sharp got room down the sideline, moving. Great cutback. He's going to be in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. Zayden Sharp, touchdown Trojans. We're at 49 points with 43 seconds left. Trojans with a big lead over Lehman.
Well, looks like we're going to hit that mark, eh, Wheels?
I think we are. Zayden Sharp, that speed, running hard tonight. Straight down the sideline for a touchdown.
And a physical runner, too. I mean, he's hard to bring down.
Yes. All right. It is going to be up, and it is going to be good. And with that, Trojans 50, Lehman 0 with 43 seconds left in the first half. So it's been an offensive explosion and a nice defensive effort from the Trojans, blanking Lehman to 0 in this first half. I think we're going to see a lot of guys see action tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's always good to see what you got down in the reserves, and I think a lot of guys excited for their opportunity, especially with a lot of meaningful action left to be played. I mean,
Yeah.
Full half in front of us, so.
Well, and it's pretty neat because you are going to see meaningful action, and the problem for Lehman is you're going to see a lot of good quality players out there who've been waiting and ready for their turn, and there's not going to be that much of a let up. All right, here's Osbo. Nice kick down there around the 20. Got a little room to work with, but a nice tackle there by the Trojans on special teams. Robert Gonzalez in there on the stick. Nice play by Robert. Open field tackle. Robert, the senior, getting in there. So nice job by the Trojans. All right, Trojans back in the 3-4. Austin Eckerman, number 17, in at safety. And actually, Liam McMillan all the way back at high safety. So it's kind of a 3-3-3. All right, Winecki's going to throw back. He's going to be wrapped up by the Riv. Helmet pop off. He's going to have to pop out of the game after our defensive end makes an open field tackle on a pass. I'll take that every day.
Yeah, we'll take that.
All right, 2nd and 10. Lehman. 15 seconds, clock is still moving. Looking, Winecki looking, tries to step up in the pocket. Flares it, it's going to be incomplete with 3 seconds left. So they'll have one more look at this before halftime. So this is a first look at the Trojan prevent. I like McMillan back there because he is a ball hawker and obviously played some sort of safety last year. He's fairly trustworthy.
Good hands, as we've seen.
Great hands. Great hands.
Punt team.
All right, here we go. They're just going to give it up the middle. He's going to be brought down by a host of Trojans. And it's going to be halftime score, Trojans 50, Lehman 0. We're going to start off with the Trojan marching band. Leave y'all for this 28-minute halftime with the Trojan band. And we may have a special guest at halftime. We will let you know. But we will certainly be back to talk about this first half after the performance by the Trojan band as they enter the field, and the Trojan football team exits the field here. A dominant performance thus far by the Trojan offense and defense, leading 50-0 at halftime here in Hays County. Here come the world-famous Trojan bells and Trojan band. We will see you in about 15 minutes.
Social officers are Megan Summerdorf, Russell Barnes, Bridget Kinsey, Celeste Bannister, and Peachy Brooks. The bell of the week is Celeste Bannister, and officer's choice is Russell Barnes. In honor of the bell, upcoming trip to Pearl Harbor and Honolulu, tonight the bells will be performing a high kick from Macho Nacho. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Trojan bells. Johnson, and Bulette, Golden, and Martin. And now, to continue with halftime entertainment, please welcome Anderson's oldest and proudest tradition, the pride of Northwest Austin, your 2024 Trojan Marching Band. Drum majors for the Trojan Band are Sophia Sierra, Calvin Ortega, Sean Lin. The band president is Ron Murray. The vice president is Lexi Bronson. The Trojan Band section of the week is Low Reeds. The members of the week are Ian Ramos, Henry Gibson, Liam Wynn, Ava Riso. The freshman of the week is Nayan Vasudevan. Anderson Band and Mills would like to wish the Lehman Band and performers good luck this marching season. Tonight, the Trojan Band will perform their 2024 competitive show entitled The Maze. Ladies and gentlemen, the Anderson Trojan Band. gentlemen, the Anderson Trojan Band. The dance art directors are Chad Wood and Kenzie Hewitt. Front ensemble instructors Ashley Rittenauer. Directors of the Anderson Band are Greg Nanny, Calvin Householder, and Hunter Smith. The Trojan Band would like to thank the Anderson community for their generosity during our yearly Greenland fundraiser. We would also like to thank the following businesses.
All right, that was an incredible performance by the world-famous Anderson Bells and Anderson Trojan marching band there as they come every week on our broadcast here on Vype.com. Now, today's special halftime guest needs no real introduction to the people of Northwest Austin. He, after almost getting kicked out of McCallum High School as a youth, there wouldn't be a fight in all of Allendale or Northwest Hills without a Kivel brother. This is Bruce Kivel, one of the greatest Pop Warner coaches in all of Trojan Pop Warner. Maybe one of the greatest offensive and defensive minds, leading the 2000 and something Trojan Pop Warner team all the way down to McAllen, Texas, and almost a trip to Orlando. We have him here tonight to discuss Trojan football. His name's Bruce Kivel. Welcome, Kivel.
Welcome. It's an honor to be here, and love watching Trojan football. That's hard coming from a McCallum graduate, but having a son that played at Anderson.
Cole Kivel.
And living in the neighborhood, my loyalties have shifted, and it's a great honor to be here and talk a little Trojan football.
Absolutely. So you've seen these boys play since they were 4th, 5th graders minimum. What are your impressions of this team?
It's a very cohesive unit, and they play together as a team. And it's not, they've got playmakers all over the field, but you can see that they're there for each other, and as what they've done all season is just play together as a team and let each other shine. And one night it might be Ed's night, the next night Tristan. I mean, it's been impressive to watch them share the ball and move it around and get all the playmakers involved this season.
Yeah, is this your last year helping Trojan Pop Warner? What are we? Are we retiring? What's going on?
Yeah, I think we're retiring. We're hanging up the cleats and just focusing on, spending time with my son and myself, right?
Yeah, that's right. Is he now at Texas Tech University?
He will be in the spring.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's
excited about that?
He is. He's more excited about ACL this weekend.
Yeah, so is Adam Newberger, the A-Train, my co-host here. So he's in town doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cole Kivel, obviously a linebacker for the Trojans, graduated 2 years ago on a very, very good Trojan football team. What do you see in the second half going on here?
I hope that a lot of kids get to play. These are the kind of games that, I know the defensive coordinator, because that's what you and I did together. Yeah. We like the zero, the goose egg on the scoreboard.
We like the zero.
But at the end of the day, this is an opportunity to get kids playing time that normally won't, don't play, and then everybody's one injury away from playing.
Right.
And so I think it's imperative that we run the ball a lot and try to establish the run, because we've already shown we could move it in the air, and then we get a lot of young defensive players in there so that they know what they got to do in the offseason to push themselves to get better, to be able to play competitively, first string, the varsity level.
Yeah, for sure. And you look at this Trojan team, we've talked about it all year. I think it's bad news for Lehman because the depth and the quality of depth is there. So there's not going to be that big of a drop-off when some of these guys come in the game.
Absolutely. If you call off the dogs, you still got layers of talent that are coming in. And quite honestly, coach has got to – you want to see what your backup quarterback can do, and can he throw the ball. Yep. It's the – other team's defense is responsible for stopping you.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Spoken
from a true front runner who generally is in a lot of these games, knows exactly what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, we did have a ball. Trey Webb likes to take a lot of credit for that year, but it was Kivel Wheels that brought home the Pop Warner Championships. Hill Country Pop Warner Championship, the Division Championship, the Sectional Championship against that Colorado team in the cold. It was the steady hand of Kivel Wheels
Absolutely.
who brought it home at Del Valley High School, beat that Colorado team.
But we'll give Webb the credit and let him,
Peacock around the neighborhood. What a foolish old man that guy is. But, again, the true diehards, the true neighborhood people knew really where the butter was greased.
Absolutely, absolutely.
A lot of those Trojans playing here tonight. It's fun to watch. Tristan Wadelick, our main back out of that team. Liam McMillan, the fullback.
Absolutely.
McMillan, they'd throw in on defense just wherever. He had no responsibility, had no clue what he was doing.
No, you just pointed. You just go to the ball.
Just go to the ball. You had lots of them. You had Hodges Smith. You got
Gage Webb,
obviously. Center, linebacker. You had Logan Gephardt. So a lot of these Trojans out there tonight from that really talented squad.
Well, I think they were they talented or were they coached up?
I think they were coached up, but really not from the head coaching position. It was more the position coaches.
Absolutely.
Kind of the guys who ran the spirit, got them going, taught them the ins and outs, taught them the game of football.
Absolutely.
I remember we did a deal which was so great because you had daylight savings. We're still playing. We're in November. And so we started having to practice at Anderson High School under the lights, which was pretty cool. And then we had to road trip down to McAllen. Had the famous – you didn't go to the weigh-in, did you?
Oh, yeah, I was there. And Webb was too nice and didn't contest.
Didn't contest. We played the Oak Cliff Titans, and they had about a 50-man roster. We had about 22 young
Three
boys.
20-year-olds on that team, I believe.
They were huge, and we played them in a epic battle down there in McAllen. But it was a great run, one of the funnest times I had coaching.
Well, and it was great to see the Northwest community
totally rally around
that team.
We had the Anderson band come to practice. We had the varsity players come to practice.
Remember, we had cars and Jeeps lined up
for lights.
For lighting. It was incredible.
It was a special community time, and what's neat is I remember when I first started coaching Pop Warner, one of the Anderson coaches were like, what do you want them to teach? And the guy said, just win, because these guys need to learn to win and what it takes to win.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of these kids have won from that level and hoping to bring home a playoff run this year. And A-Train and I talked about it. It really starts tonight. Our next 5 games are where you win them all, you're in the playoffs.
Absolutely. And it starts after tonight with Hendrickson.
Yeah, Hendrickson, which
is
will be a big game. Big game.
That's a big game.
It's a very winnable game. I think the odds makers would say we're favored, but you got to play well on all 3 things.
Oh, absolutely.
You cannot afford a letdown.
Absolutely.
And we came into this game, I didn't know that I'd expect 50-0, but obviously expecting Anderson to win, but it's good to see us clicking in the second half, working on depth, working on stuff you can do to get better to win a close game.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'd like to. All the drive scoring was quick, right? They were big plays, and I'd like to see if we're going to score more, and we probably will. Some methodical, eat up the clock. Where you're controlling the clock, you're running the ball. It's your tempo, and just see if because we're going to have games where we're going to need to
run the ball,
and
run clock,
and
all
run
those
clock,
situations,
clock management and stuff. And it's going to be nice to see what Coach has in store for us in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Bob Shelton Stadium, what do you think?
I love. I mean, how can you not love looking in the end zone and seeing oak trees surrounding it?
It's so neat. It's so neat.
It's beautiful, and this is
high school football in Texas is hard to beat,
especially in small town.
Yeah,
obviously Butte is not what it was, you know, when we were younger, but it's still it's got that small
It's
town
got that
feel.
small town feel. Between all the carpetbaggers, A-Train moving down here, just overpopulating this place, bringing all the traffic with their hybrid cars.
Well, it's just great. I mean, you look at it's obviously their homecoming tonight, but when I pulled up before the game, there's
a huge line.
There's huge lines. There's cars lining the street all up and down.
For an 0-5 team, which is kind of neat.
Which is great that the community's still rallying
Totally.
about them, because we've been there.
Yeah.
We've been on the other end of, not having a very good, a 3-8 season or whatever, and it's those are tough, and it's you still want that community support, and you need the parental support, obviously, but
you do.
And then the student section, right? We need them.
You need them.
We need them to come loud,
Yep.
big and strong next week to Hendrickson. We need that support.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be at House Park next Friday night, and it's going to be a very, very, very big game that we are going to need the students, the community, everybody to show up and be there, because it is. It's going to be a battle, and winning that. We talked about it. Cedar Creek's another, probably a Lehman type game. Hendrickson, obviously, I think being the best of the three between Hayes and Lockhart. And so if you can get Hendrickson, and it's not quite running downhill, but it feels like
it feels like it is. And then it sets up a big, the
Huge
final
with
game
Weiss.
against Weiss. So
huge. And that game will be a lot of fun, because it's either going to be for third place or a tie for second if A&M Consolidated continues to handle their business. Obviously, they'd be the district champs. But you have the potential to probably, depending on what happens between College Station and Weiss, to end up being a potential tie for second place or third place.
Yeah.
So it's...
Well, the beauty is when you look at this team and you talk to the boys, it's not arrogance, but it's a confidence, that they gain from 7-on-7s. That going state runner up.
Yep.
And then they've got a little swagger, right?
Yeah, they do.
They've
And
been
they
punched
should.
in the mouth.
Yep.
They played 2 state-ranked top 10 teams and hung with both of them, and it's got to give them a lot of confidence going into the rest of district play.
A whole lot of confidence. You know you can play with everybody, and we talked about it, but it's kind of like, all right, what's it going to take to win? That's what they're going to need to bring to Hendrickson.
Absolutely.
The other thing we've talked about all season is, even in that McCallum game, that McCallum threw the kitchen sink at us. Obviously, their best game all year. And every time, and it wasn't a particularly close game, but it was a 1-score game at times. It was a 2-score game. And every time it seemed like Anderson responded. And especially, we've been impressed with Max Gerlich, and he's always kept his composure in all these games, which is huge.
Well, and you can see his development tonight as a quarterback. Early in the season, those deep balls, he was throwing lasers.
Yep.
And now he's, and we've seen Quinn Ewers do that, right? And then now he's putting some air under it, and his deep balls, he's missed a couple tonight, but the ones he hit them in stride. It was beautiful.
Yep. Can you believe we didn't do birds today?
I know. I'm very disappointed.
But the problem is we've won. Does that have anything to do with it?
I don't know.
Kind of if you've ever seen a movie about Texas high school football and the booster dads, kind of the old guard, shows up at a restaurant to talk about the boys, talk about the game. That's every game day at Bert's Barbecue on Far West.
Yeah.
Where there's a slew of fellas in there really getting to know it. They put the signs out, Anderson Brain Trust.
It is. It's a meeting of the minds.
It's a meeting of the minds.
And trust me, we come up with a lot of plays. And,
a lot of it.
Hatcher
won't return our calls.
No,
we have them at the ready.
No, I'll text him, hey, do this. You got to find ways to get into your playmakers' hands. And he's like, really?
Maybe we just ought to take the barbecue over to the field house, sit down with Coach.
Yeah, and, lunch with coaches.
Yeah, exactly. Get some personnel, get some play, kind of what we saw, our advantage, kind of what we want to see in the upcoming games. I think that'd be good.
Well, but you're talking, that's daddy ball that they do at Westlake. We don't do that here.
No, aside from Webb, everybody's totally
We'd have
clean.
to get permission from Mr. Small to be able to make that call.
100%. Small runs a tight ship over there, kind of the quasi-unofficial athletic director and mayor of Northwest Hills. You got to watch your P's and Q's. But as long as you got him in your corner, good things are coming.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, year 3 of the Hatcher era feels like it feels like we have a team that rarely makes mistakes in terms of players in there. It looks like these kids know what they're doing at all times, which is fun.
Absolutely, and when coaching, you got to win the trust of the players.
Yeah, you do.
You can talk all you want, but they're young enough and they're smart enough to go, hey, I can see past the BS.
Yep.
And that's what you see with Hatcher. You see a genuine, he wants to love on these boys, watch them grow, support them. The community rallies around the booster club. If they need new helmets, they need, we're there for them. And I think these boys, feel that, and they take all that enthusiasm, and it shows on the field. The product is there, and it's just a matter of continuing to build a winning program and a winning culture, and change that mindset that, we've got to push through some of these close games. That,
we do.
That in the past have gotten us, and win those and turn those into W's. And when you do that, then all of a sudden you believe, right? You have confidence in yourself. So we're close, and this is always good, right?
Yeah.
Going into a big game, it's going to get you some confidence, and we know their kids. They're going to look and say, okay, what did such and such do against Lehman? And they beat them 59, 69, whatever. So it's human nature to do that, but it's going to be fun to watch these boys the rest of the season. And this, like you said, this next 5-game stretch can decide whether or not they're going to have lifelong memories of playing in the playoffs.
That's exactly right.
That's what I want for the boys.
I do too. And we're about a minute away. Final thought: are you still on the load-in team for Northwest Community Church, or do we have to have a load-in team?
No, we're done. We have an official on Hart Lane. We've got a new church, and everything's already set up. And
you're really gonna retire now.
Yeah, I know. It's life's starting to get a little cush for me. I don't understand it, but
you think Pastor Fulmer down there has kept it in the fairway this year, yelling at the officials?
I think he's probably kept it pretty clean. He's a good man of the faith.
Yeah, he is. He's into it, though. He's working with those boys week in, week out. He's into it.
Here come the boys. It's awesome.
Yeah. Here come the Trojans. Fight on. Ready for a second half here against Lehman. Bruce Kivel, one of the all-time greats.
I do appreciate your time, and it's been great talking and catching up. And go Trojans. It's going to be exciting to see what they do the rest of the year, and we'll stay in touch.
Absolutely.
And I'll see you next Friday at Bert's Barbecue.
Bert's Barbecue. Coach Kivel in here on the booth. Anderson, Trojan, Pop Warner legend, father of a Trojan, Cole Kivel, former football player at Anderson. It's been a good run.
Yeah, all right. Have a great rest of the game, guys, and go Trojans.
Go Trojans. All right. That was Bruce Kivel. Again, let me be very clear, A-Train. There wasn't a fight in Northwest Hills that went on from 1988 till 1992 that didn't involve a Kivel brother. Okay?
McCallum legend.
McCallum legend on the football field. Bruce Kivel and Bert Kivel, his twin brother. Maniacal football players. All right, we are about set to be underway in the second half. Lehman will be receiving the kick. Trojans another opportunity to work on their special team kick coverage unit. We'll see who the Trojans trot out defensively. We expect to see a lot of faces on the Trojan team, a lot of show off their depth. This Trojan team, obviously a lot bigger than in years past. A lot of players at the varsity level. The JV exploding this weekend. Logan Gephardt with a big pick. Trojans really looking good. We're going to have my neighbor Rowan Martin's going to kick off. Number 31, the senior. Obviously we saw him against Elgin kicking. Incredible soccer player. Gotten a good look. Also in the punting rotation, you got McMillan, you got Ed Smalls punted, you got Rowan Martin. You got depth at the punting position.
Depth everywhere. It's huge.
Huge. All right. Let's see if they let Rowan try to boot it out of the end zone. All right, here's Rowan. Nice long kick all the way down to the 6-yard line. Block in the back that they're not going to call. He's going to bring it all the way out to the 30-yard line before Zach Poe, the senior, with a nice tackle there. And the Lehman Lobos set up shop at the 30-yard line. Here's our first look at the Trojan defense coming in the game. Noah Saldivar, number 32, back from injury, talented outside linebacker, into the game here for McMillan. Mark Heatley in there. Talented junior linebacker, into the game. Tate Haynes in at corner. Obviously been a special teams demon all year. Okay, 1st and 10, Lehman. They're going to turn. They're going to give it up the middle. It's going to be brought down there. Hodges Smith and Mr. Clean Pierce Miller on the tackle. A 5-yard gain for Lehman. Coach Holcomb signaling in the call to the Trojan defense. Alex Longoria in at safety. Peanuts in at safety. 2nd and 5. Lehman. Winicki looking to pass throws over the middle. It's going to be broken up there. A little overthrown. Alex Longoria on the coverage.
Yeah, only rush 3 there. Really good coverage downfield. Not much doing. Good start for this this new defensive front here.
Yeah. All right. 3rd and about 4 for Lehman. Coming out quickly. Trojans get their play. Winicki in the pistol. Trojans looking to bring pressure. Pierce Miller bringing pressure. Straight up the middle. Hodges Smith's going to have him wrapped up, but right at the 1st down marker. It's going to be 1st and 10 Lehman. For a 4-yard gain there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Lehman.
Yeah, I think as this game goes on defensively, you know, you want to see some of the things from the first half that worked really well.
Yep.
You start to bring in new pieces. You're going to expect, you know, maybe they're going to be able to move the ball downfield a little bit better, but, you know, those are growing pains, and it'll help us out in the long run.
Winicki, under all kinds of pressure, is just going to fling it out of bounds. Max Middleton was bearing down on him like a mad truck. Noah Saldivar in there. Calvin Ballinger back again in there. Sloan Keller in there. So really all 3 of the defensive linemen in there pressuring Winicki. And it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lehman. Middleton huddling with the Lehman offense. And then obviously bounces back to his side of the ball.
Love the little mind games we got
Little
going.
mind games by Middleton. I love it. All right, 2nd and 10, Lehman. Trojans looking to bring pressure. They do. Give right out of the gate. Eludes the pressure, 24. Streaking down the sideline. He's going to be brought down by Peanut. But the Trojans brought pressure with both linebackers, Headley and Smith, and running back evaded it.
Yeah, that's Zane Barber, just a freshman. He's really been the one spark offensively for Lehman this year.
All right, looking to throw. Winnecki bounces outside. He's going to be pushed out of bounds for a sack there. So again, the Trojans' pressure proving true. Middleton with another sack for the Trojans. It's going to be 2nd and about 14. Second and 14. Winnecki in the pistol. Looking to throw. Looking. Lots of pressure. Oh, he's caught the ball. Wow. Trojans all over him. But a nice catch there. Alex Longoria was draped all over the Lehman receiver, but it's going to be a first down, Lehman.
Yeah, Noah Salvador took a mean hit there. It was Anderson on Anderson crime there as he heads off to the sideline. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, Alan Sue comes in, another talented outside backer. It's going to be 1st and goal, Lehman. Biggest drive of the game here for Lehman. Winnecki out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Turn, give to the freshman. He's going to be stacked up right there. No gain. Pierce Miller in on the tackle.
Yeah, these red zone defenses, Wheels, these are really good learning opportunities as
Absolutely.
well for this defense. So another opportunity to step up when it matters.
Yep. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Winnecki in the shotgun. Man in motion. That little flip forward. He's going to dive. He's going to be short of the first down. And they're going to declare him down. Ball popped out. Trojans got it, but they're going to call him down on the dive. He's going to be about the half-yard line of Anderson. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Little shovel pass. Trojans stacking the line here. Dual backs in the backfield for Winnecki and Lehman. Man in motion. Give right up the middle. He is swarmed, and it looks like he is short, but he falls in for the touchdown. So it's going to be a touchdown, Lehman. That's that freshman running back. Number 24 for Lehman. And the Lehman Lobos are on the board.
Yeah, didn't quite catch who it was, came off the edge.
Yeah, I think it was Headley, but I couldn't really tell. He got an initial hit there. Ooh. Looked like the Trojans almost blocked that, but the kick is up and good. Yeah, I thought it was Headley who got in there and initially hit him, and we had him stopped, stood up, but he kind of just fell forward for the touchdown there.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I've always sort of wondered this. I mean, going out of the shotgun when you're right on the line to gain, you know, worked out in that situation, but you see it all the time where pressure's coming and that play's just completely blown up in the backfield for a loss.
Right. We'll see what Coach Holcomb, we've got a great advantage of Coach Holcomb in the defense here, and let's see if he chooses this opportunity to light into him a little bit. We'll see. Always coaching down there. All right, Zayden Sharp's back to kick. Looks like we have kind of that modified, well, I don't know, they're up, everybody up, now drifting back, as it looks like they'll kick deep. And it is an onside, but he touched it too early, I believe. It's going to be close.
Here comes the flag, it looks like.
They're going to... No, it's going to be Anderson football. He touched it right before the 10-yard marker, but a nice quick onside kick. Lehman with the premature celebration, but he clearly touched it about that 9.5-yard mark, which is not a mark. And so it's going to be first down, Anderson, from the Lehman 49.5. 49, rather. All right, we're going to see who comes out here for the Trojan offense at quarterback, and it is going to be Mason Randolph, the junior quarterback. Mason's seen action last year and this year. He's going to keep it himself straight out of the gate. He loves lowering his head, and he's going to have about 12 yards and a tough run by Mason Randolph.
Yeah, that's a really strong run there. I was about to mention his one touchdown this year was a rushing touchdown, so expect to see him use those legs and, you know, test some things out. I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to be potentially your starting quarterback next year. Obviously, there is some competition in that quarterback room, but, you know, he's looking out to make a statement tonight.
Yep. All right, he's going to give it a Fulmer, a little shake, a little bake, a little busted outside, straight down the sideline, cuts back one more time. He's going to have a nice gain of about 14 yards and another Trojan first down. Yeah, Mason, one of the strongest guys pound for pound on the football team. So I like it when he lowers his shoulder, and I like him getting ahead of steam going down that field.
Absolutely, yeah. Coaching staff's going to look for him to be very physical out there, so good to see him.
Here's Mason going deep. Got a man. Got a touchdown. Going to have Tristan Wadelick on another Trojan touchdown on a perfect throw by Mason Randolph, and that could not have gone any better for big number 9 on his first drive of the ball game. Fired up over there.
Yeah, as he should. I mean, that was a perfect ball. Lobbed it up right in the corner of that end zone. Wadelick was right there.
Boy, they're not going to, the Lehman defensive secondary is not going to miss Tristan Wadelick rolling back to Austin city limits tonight.
No, that is his 4th touchdown of the night. They are not going to miss him here in Buda.
No. All right, Trojans on the board. Answering quickly the touchdown for the Lobos, and with maintaining a 50-point lead, 57-7. With then the clock is still rolling. Wow, that's interesting.
That is interesting. I'm not sure if anyone's picked up on that except for us.
That may be a intentional clock roll. I'm sure some smarty's going to tell me UIL rules of the running clock of some sorts, which I wouldn't hate that. All right, so with the clock moving, 1:30 left in the third quarter. It's going to be the quickest third quarter in the history of football here. Rowan Martin again to kick off. He will pooch it down the middle. Going to be gathered there about the 14-yard line. Trojans, good coverage there.
That was Jackson Devine there on the play.
Jackson Devine with the tackle.
The senior.
Obviously, the running clock rule.
That is from our QA there. Coach Les, thank you for the
Running
info
clock
there.
rule,
Appreciate it.
obviously the running clock rule. All right, here's the Trojan defense. In for the second time. Trips to the near side. Winecki looking to throw. He's going to lob it over there. It's going to be high. Good coverage over there. Jake Labo. His brother, undoubtedly, Luke Labo, former Trojan defensive end, watching from Auburn, Alabama. If he's turned off the game, I can't help him. Just gave him a shout out, and that'll do it for the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10 Trojans. 2nd and 10 Lobos as we flip the field. Running clock rule that A-Train and I pointed out immediately.
We're on it. That's the Vype difference.
Vype difference. Vype.com. Have you gotten in trouble for us not necessarily sticking to the script?
Not yet.
Okay.
We got a long season left to go.
Well,
though,
maybe we dial it in here.
Yeah.
We dial it in. All right, Trojans are going to take this into the fourth quarter, leading 57-7. And a lot of new Trojans in there now on defense.
And this is why we took notes before the game.
That's right. Spencer Patterson, the senior, in there in corner. Spencer Patterson on that Trojan Pop Warner elite squad.
And this is also why you can't always trust Max Preps, because
Correct.
I have him on my
Oh,
offense.
get it.
this
Oh,
year.
I love it.
There we go.
All right, a good stick by the Trojan defense there. Willie Atkins in there. Noah Saldivar in there.
Good to see him back on the field
Yeah.
after taking that nasty hit.
Willie Atkins a little gimpy there after being in on that hit. Senior Owen Thomas in there. Defensive line. Justin Waters, the junior, in at linebacker. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Winecki looking, just throws it up there into right center. It's going to be incomplete. Jacob Patterson, the senior, on coverage there, tight coverage. It's going to be 4th and 11. Looks like they're going to stick their first unit out there. Jack Ellis in, now at defensive end, the senior. Winecki, 4th and 11. Hard count. Oh
boy.
Muffle snap. He's going to take it and try to run with it, but I think they're going to call that a legal snap, dead ball.
Possibly even one of those false starts on everyone but the center.
Correct. Yeah, that's what they're calling. All right, so it's going to push them back, and it looks like they'll bring in the punt unit. Punt unit in. Good snap. Punt is up and short. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. But takes a great Lobo bounce there. So it's going to be all the way down to the 31-yard line. 9:30 with the clock moving.
Moving clock.
Clock rule.
Of course.
Great update. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Trojans. And our second look at Mason Randolph on the QB.
You know, it's not that necessarily that big of a deal tonight, but going forward this season, I mean, I'm interested to see how that moving clock rule is going to impact some games going forward. I mean,
Yeah, no,
just setting the stage now.
seriously. It's got to be something like 50 in the second half or something. All right, out of the pistol, Mason's going to turn. He's going to hand it off to Dom Mays. Nice work by Dom to elude that pressure and still fighting for yards. He's going to have about 3 yards there on a tough run.
Yeah, he is a tough guy to bring down. He just keeps those legs churning, and really would love to see Dom Mays break one.
Oh, absolutely.
He's working hard back there. Also gets a lot of respect for pass blocking as well.
Yep.
Does it all in the backfield for him.
All right, here's Mason out of the shotgun. Turn, fakes it to Mays, going to run it straight upfield. Barreling forward, gets about a yard or two. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Yeah, Dom Mays, I believe it was the Aiken game, really came on the scene with a long touchdown run. He's got great speed. All right, 3rd and 6, Trojans. Mason fakes, looks, throws, got Ben Wiseman, I believe, on a catch there. Ben Wiseman, the senior baseball player, third baseman, great athlete, great hitter. Wiseman coming out for football along with Owen Thomas, and his first catch is a Trojan. All right, there's a give to Dom Mays, a little shake, gets about a yard. Here comes Dean Krennick in at running back.
You know, there's nothing more Dean Krennick would want to do than break.
Oh
right
my
now,
God, he'd love it.
After some of the back and forth we were seeing earlier.
There's Dean straight up the middle, got a little room to work. Tough running, still plows through. I think he's got himself a first down. And he does. First down Trojans on a nice run. Dean's first run of the game. Here's Dean again. He's going to be wrestled down by 6'9" on the Lobos. But again, we've talked about it all year. Dean Krennick and Jay Fulmer both going to be back next year. Both have looked very impressive at the running back position for Anderson.
Yeah, that's an area you got to feel really, really good about.
There's David Lopez on the catch. The H-back still running, still moving, still churning. He's going all the way down, and he's got a touchdown. David Lopez on the screen pass from Mason Randolph.
How about that? David Lopez did not feel like going down to the turf tonight.
I'll tell you what's awesome about David Lopez. A ton of Trojo on that run, and he's been blocking his butt off from that H-back position all season long. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. In my mind, D-Lo, you got yourself a Trojo touchdown. What a incredible run after the catch by David Lopez. Are they going to the booth for a review? I love it. Coach Hatcher's still asking him about it. I think everybody in the stadium wanted a touchdown on the Anderson side. But they're going to call him out of bounds at the 1 after breaking several tackles.
Yeah, just an angry run.
Yeah,
as they
really.
call it.
Well, and it was, what's funny is that's his first catch of the year. Really the first time he's been targeted with a pass. He has been blocking on those power runs, all those counters Anderson runs, and he gets the ball in his hands, and he's not going to let go.
It's what you want out of that position.
Totally.
Someone that can do it both.
Yeah. And again, a junior Been a solid player from Murchison on. It's good to see him in there. All right, Trojans in. Mason going to hand it to Jay Fulmer. It's going to be a touchdown, Jay Fulmer, straight out of a power run formation for Anderson. Going to make it 63 Anderson, Lehman 7, pending the extra point. Osbo on the kick. High snap, but a good hold. And the kick is good. Anderson 64. Lehman 7. Clock still rolling. 4:50. Now they stopped it. Explain the rule. 4:51 left. Clock has stopped.
We'll get Coach Les on it.
Yeah. We need some sort of an update. Maybe under 5 minutes they play by the rule.
He's our Vype Sports Dean Blandino.
We need to go. Coach Les Blandino. I love it. Here we go.
Not to rub it in, but a third of the points that Lehman has scored this season have come tonight.
Really?
Yes.
On that one drive. That's incredible. All right, Rowan Martin again to kick off for Anderson. Rowan will kick it long and deep, straight in the middle. It's going to be gathered around the 5-yard line. Alan Sue down there. And it's going to be Rodriguez on the tackle. And an excellent job. Coach Les informs us that on a change of possession, it's a temporary stop on that clock. Robert Gonzalez on that tackle there. Alan Sue, the dude, with initial contact. And then Gonzalez with an awesome open field tackle. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 4:17 clock is moving. Anderson up 64-7. Hudson Case in. Owen Thomas in. Defensive lineman for Anderson. Wanicki looks to still be in the quarterback for Lehman. Looking to throw. Trojans bringing pressure. Here comes Hudson Case. Still moving around. He's going to lob it all the way down the field, and a nice punch out there by our guy. Rowan Erickson. Good coverage there, boy. They had to cover him a long time. Hudson Case ran from one side of the field to the other, chasing Wanicki down, and a nice job by the Trojan D there.
Probably stems from some of that off-season conditioning as well. Those long developing plays, being able to chase your guy all across.
All right, 3rd and 6, 2 minutes left. Trojans up 64-7 over Lehman. Wanicki looking, gets it over the middle, and Peanut with the absolute last-minute punch-out. Excellent play by Peanut there. Hudson Case barreling down on Wanicki, but looks like Lehman will go for it. 2 minutes left. Why the heck not? 4th and 6.
Yeah, really nice break up there by Peanut.
So it's going to be
Great nickname, too.
A great nickname. It's going to be a fun opportunity for this Trojan defense to get a 4th down stop here, get off the field, finish this game off right. All right, 4th and 7, Lehman. 1:40 left. Looking. He's going to fire it over the top. Just high and almost. Did he catch it?
Wow.
An incredible tip ball. Tate Haynes is all over the receiver, but a wonderful tip catch by Lehman, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Trojan 44-yard line.
Yeah, it was incredible coverage. Just a little stroke of luck there. Nice little tip up right into the breadbasket.
All right, Wienecke looking to throw, still looking. Here comes the pressure. Hudson Case all over him. It's going to be in and out of the hand. Zach Poe, good coverage by the Trojans there, but there's going to be a flag. I would say Hudson Case dove before he let that ball go, but they always are going to call the boy. They protect those quarterbacks so much. So it's going to be 15 yards against the Trojans. Again, 37 seconds left. It looks like Lehman's going to move quickly, try to get one more touchdown before this game ends. Wienecke looking. He's going to break off, throws it over there. It's going to be incomplete. Clock will roll with 8 seconds, and that should do it for the ball game here. So from Bob Shelton Stadium, we got yourself a Trojan victory, 64-7. Trojans absolutely dominant in this one.
Yeah, Wheels. Love what I saw. Offensively, I mean, it is a well-oiled machine. The starters look great out there. Gerlich, getting the ball out to Tristan Wadelick, Ed Small. 4 touchdowns on the day, I believe, for Tristan Wadelick. Zayden Sharp had 2. Ed Small had 2. Jay Fulmer, a nice touchdown run there at the end. So, this is what we've come to expect now from this Anderson offense, and it's a good expectation, that's for sure.
Yeah, I love it that Tristan had such a big game. It's so fun. And Ed Small, obviously, having big games here, left, right, center. Wadelick with a 4-touchdown game his senior year is awesome. So really happy for him, happy for this Trojan bunch, and just an impressive, dominant win by the Anderson Trojans.
Yeah, I also think
Playoff implications against Hendrickson. A lot of people would expect the A-Train to bring his A game. Well, guess we won't talk about it here today, but it's going to be a big game.
Yeah. And the great thing is I can stream it on Vype.
Absolutely, you're going to get mentioned quite a bit. But Hendrickson, obviously, we talked about it at the outside of the broadcast. A good team, should be a good matchup. I'll say this, if Anderson plays like this, we're going to win. And we have a chance to win big. But they're a good team that we certainly are not taking lightly.
No, and for good reason. I mean, they're 3-2, I believe, is their record coming into this week. It's a team that on paper, as you mentioned before, if there were betting odds, it might favor Anderson. But ultimately, you got to treat it like you're the underdog. You got to come in with a chip on your shoulder, and you got to play full throttle, offensively and on the defensive side of the ball. And I think everyone down on that sideline knows that for sure, especially on the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I were a betting man, I would bet we have a look at what they're going to do already. And obviously they're going to study the film from this game just from a personnel and personal aspect, but I'm sure we're going to have a pretty good look at what we need to do against Hendrickson by tomorrow AM, if not last week. So it's going to be a big one, dude.
Without a doubt.
It's going to be a big one. A lot of opportunities, and this team, you can tell, obviously pumped with the win, and they're going to be ready for next week. I think they're going to be really dialed in practice this week, and it's going to be fun. From House Park, 7:30, Texas OU weekend. It's going to be a good one, A-Train.
It's going to be a good one. I'll be watching on the road, but it's Texas, so we're headed up to Dallas.
I know. I'll be there in the morning because I'm dedicated. Hey, Maximus, good job on the film, dude. Well done. All right, Vype Network. Anything we want to say? Shout out Merle.
Yeah.
Why does the owner want to shout out every time?
Because
It's aggressive.
He makes it all happen.
He does make it all happen. We sure appreciate our partners at Vype. They've been an awesome, awesome partner of Anderson. Always goes on because it's such a treat to bring this to all our Anderson fans worldwide for free on the YouTube and the other networks. But it's been quite a fun ride for this Anderson program. From Hayes County, Bob Shelton Stadium, I'm Will Smith.
And I'm Adam Newberger.
This is Trojan Football on Vype.com. We'll see you next week from House Park as your Trojans will take on the Hendrickson Hawks, 7:30 Friday night. Go Trojans.
Some Trojo.
Trojo!